Alright, so we're going to be looking at a Mortal Kombat 1 thread on the Steam forum asking for inclusion and diversity because everyone needs a fictional video game universe to make you feel good about the life decisions that you make. Right. Over here, this was made on the 12th of September of last year. It's still going. It says the reboot of Mortal Kombat is a good opportunity to change things up a bit, making some alphabet characters. Do we have any news yet? No. We can safely say that right now that we don't. Apparently Kung Jin is supposed to be coming back. Because you know how much they love gay people so much that they literally did not bring back the gay man from MK10 for 2 games. Possibly 2 games, depending on how the Combat Pack 2 rolls out, if we do get it at all, right? It says, good discussion we finally have going. Let's keep it that way. If some vile user spreads hate, just ignore and report them to the mods. Because nothing says like inclusion and tolerance by reporting people. And what's defined as hate, right? You guys know me pretty well. I don't spread hate. I have nothing against gay people. Where you put your pecker is not my business. I don't care. I have my belief systems. You have your belief systems. But if you treat me like a good person and I treat you like a good person, I think that's all that matters. Where things get real sticky, pardon the pun, is when people make their entire identity about where they stick their dick. Right? I don't care where you stick your dick. Okay? But if you make your entire identity about it, then people are going to get upset when you go, well, I don't agree with, people having gay sex, right? Now, not liking that doesn't mean to say that you don't like them. And this is where the confusion arises for these people, because it's just like back in the day, in the console war days, some people used to get really, really protective and really angry about you criticizing a piece of plastic. And that's because they made that their entire identity. They made it so that, oh, well, I love this thing and I played these games when I went through some hardships and, therefore they've emotionally attached themselves to this thing. So when you criticize it, they think you're attacking them and it's simply not true. We're going to go through some of this stuff anyway. That's just, yeah, that's gross. Anyway, right. Now, we know this one here, Tanya Molina, that was forced. It was never a thing. And again, as we now know, for further context, that Sweet Baby Inc. has been fully involved with NetherRealm for, I'd say, quite a long time, and of course other Warner Brothers games. So to deny that there has not been an influence and the things that I've been talking about and the things that I've been raked over the coals for, about them making the women more masculine, covering them up, that sort of thing, it being okay for the men to be practically naked, well, now we know with 100% confirmation that Sweet Baby Inc. were involved. And the worst part is, and this is that they don't actually care about gay people. They only care about the tax breaks they get. And they care about the bonus incentives that they get because they tick boxes. They don't really care about these things. That's why they have things like diversity hires, because they're not actually good at the job. They just tick a box because they know that they'll get bonus incentives, tax breaks, that sort of thing. Now, me being as a Christian, we always get told we're hateful. Of course, the gay community love to ignore the actual certain other religious groups that love to Buzz Lightyear people off the tops of roofs. They never talk about them. It's always the hateful Christians. And why is that? Well, Christians should be welcoming, right? Doesn't matter whether you're gay. Doesn't matter if you're struggling with anything. We're all not perfect, right? We all struggle. And proper Christians should be opening their arms and going, listen, we welcome you in. We don't have to agree with it. We don't have to affirm it. But we will love you and be there for you. Okay? That is true Christianity and true tolerance. This is the most ridiculous post I've ever seen, though. Second ridiculous post, actually. I think there's another one coming up. Shang Tsung and Quan Chi are trans. Are you stupid? What are you talking about? They shapeshift. Magic. right? Like, they're not doing it. Like Shang Tsung could probably shapeshift into a teacup, right? He's not teacup sexual now. Like, Melina and Tanya are lesbians. Again, that's forced. Natara is a trans rep, as pointed out by another user. How? She's literally a female vampire. That sucks blood. Probably other things. Kung Jin is gay and will be in Combat Pack 2. Yeah, that'll be great. Ermac is non-binary. Well, Ermac is a Frankenstein. Right? He is literally a massive collection of souls jammed together. So this fucker doesn't even know who he is half the time. And that's your idol. Great character, but let's not get too deep in it. See, when I played games growing up, we didn't have any talks about whether a character that you were playing as was gay or straight, because it doesn't matter, right? People would fantasize about them anyway. You know, gay men could lust after the dudes that are all buff and muscles, and the chicks could lust after Lara Croft and all that sort of stuff. But we never got any sort of answer, because the best thing to do is leave it ambiguous, leave it anonymous, just make it so that people don't know. And the fact that people out there are requiring these things to affirm the life choices that they make says more about them than it does about anything else. Because it will never be enough. And if you are needing this stuff to affirm your existence, then is that because you actually might have some guilt about it or not? I don't know. But we have seen this infection going through all of media for a long time now. This woke ideological crap that just keeps destroying stuff over and over and over. Beloved franchises and everything from gaming, TV shows and movies that have existed for decades, that were very prosperous and great, have been changed for a very tiny subset of people. Now, you don't change, and this is hard to hear, but you don't change the entirety of society to accommodate the few. It doesn't work like that. Society collapses. That doesn't mean to say that you're hateful. It doesn't mean to say that they should be ostracized. It doesn't mean to say that they shouldn't have the same opportunities as other people. You don't condemn them for the choices that they make. However, you don't change everything to appease people that probably don't even buy the product, watch the product, or even care about the product. They're only caring about it to try and destroy something else for woke ideological points. Fox7 says, how is Natara trans when she's repeatedly referred to as she and it has solid B cups and no Adam's apple? Why does sex matter? It's just a fighting game where you rip people's spines out. They're tired of it. Right? They say, hell no. F's sake, here we go. NetherRealm are cool developers. They will give us alphabet people content we want. I'm sure they are cool like that. This is a Christian symbol, by the way. So, stop stealing our shit. Right? So, NetherRealm, I want you to think about this for a second. NetherRealm call themselves NetherRealm. But what is NetherRealm in Mortal Kombat? Hell. Bait topic, no need to change for the minority. That hide his profile and maybe don't play any Mortal Kombat games. Shang Tsung already there anyway. Let's have a look at some more. Yeah, it's got to be a bait product. This is, maybe with this person. So, yeah, okay, whatever. Just trying to see. Yeah, that I agree. That's got to be the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Right. Now, if you want to pay for the gay, that's fine. You can pay for the gay. I don't care. Right? But we've seen many times that people are then ostracized or put down and blaming the majority of people, saying, oh, you hate us because you won't go watch the gay rom-com, or you won't buy this game because you put woke ideology in it. And the reason why it doesn't work is because, and I'm not trying to offend anyone here, but it is not the natural order of things. Okay? Everyone in this world has all been birthed from the combination of both a man and a woman. It can't happen any other way. So there are people out there that think that we should not talk about gay issues, but gay people exist because a male and a female had sex and a person popped out. And whether they decide to choose to be gay or not is immaterial. This is just the way things are. Okay? So, Kano is I don't know what bisexual is. I don't even know. But so there is one, because I don't want to drag it on too more. There's this last one here, right? I'm assuming. No, it's not that one. Where is it? This one. Now this could be bait. This could be bait, but let's roll with it as if it's not, because we've seen people actually say this. So even if it is bait, we've seen people say this anyway. They go, "You're responding to an old thread. Mortal Kombat has been such an inspiration along the way. From the bottom of my heart, I want to thank NetherRealm Studios for helping me along the journey. Without this game, I would have been my old self." What's wrong with that? I mean, you know. Also, a big thank you to every supportive member of the MK community. Few video games are as experimental and progressive, questioning what it is to be a human being and everything that entails. So, let me get this straight. The ultraviolet video game where you literally smash, bash, maim, murder, kill, utterly annihilate your opponent. That was an inspiration, you, for transitioning? Or the inspiration? Perhaps? Maybe? It's got to be a joke post, man. Right? It's got to be a joke post. Now, I've seen people talk about the whole pray the gay away thing, though. It's Christians and conversion therapy. Now, there's two different conversion therapies you can talk about. There's the one where they apparently used to do like electric shock, which is a very, very long time ago. And of course, I don't agree with that. I also don't agree with praying the gay way, simply because at the end of the day, people will do whatever they want. You just hope that they make, you know, good choices in their life. And in the end, it is their life to lead. It is not our life to interfere with theirs, right? But praying the gay away, are you saying that's on the same level as literally taking stuff that has been known to cause everything from various types of cancers perhaps? I've got a very good friend of mine that has recently transitioned, and all I said to him is, I said, be very careful, man. And he said, I am. I've gone to proper places to do it. Well done. He knows the proper way to do things, and that is fantastic news for him. I will always be worried about him. I've known him a long time. He's like a little brother. So I will always be worried for him, because I just want him to be happy. And if he's happy, then it is not up to me to impress upon my beliefs upon him. Okay? My beliefs are my beliefs. But I will not be shunned for my beliefs or told not to have them because other people think that I need to confirm their existence. If you're a good person and you're a nice person to me, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter about the rest of it. You know, gay, straight, whatever. Like, I don't care as long as you're a good person, right? But to actually advocate for the mutilation of people is a touch much, right? Like children, right? If you're an adult, you can do whatever you want. But I am fully against that for children because, you know, they could change their mind later on in life, right? And I actually jokingly said to my friend, I said, listen, man, just don't cut off your pecker. Just leave that. And he joked, he's like, nah, man, I'm keeping that, you know. So it's like, good, right? You just hang on to that. Because you never know. You never know, right? You cut it off, there's no backsies, right? So my point being is that, like, you know, why do you need representation in a video game? When's it enough, right? You don't, like, I don't need to have, like, a character that looks like me in every single video game or at a certain age bracket or whatever, because we now know that we don't know if they're just, you know, pandering to tick boxes so they can get a tax break, and they're using you and your emotions and your feelings at their whim for their own financial ends, which we now know 100% happens in the gaming industry, the movie industry, the TV industry. Right? Look at Netflix. Should be just called Wokeflix and be done with it. Right? And just to finalize, for those out there that think that as a straight man, Christian, we should not be talking about anything involved with gay issues, well, I do apologize. No, I don't. Right? Because we are all human beings. We all are allowed to share our voices and our opinions. And when you try and stifle conversation or make up lies or myth-truths about other people over video games, that says everything about you and everything I need to know on who to avoid. Because true tolerance and acceptance is also meaning that you can say to people, listen, I may not agree with what you do, but we're friends, and I'm going to be there for you regardless. And some people don't see that, and that's why some people get very upset when they think that everything needs to be made about them, and they behave like this.
What's wrong with you, bro? What the heck? You tripping, bro? You tripping?
So just remember, as they talk about in the good book, to have good discernment, have patience, and eventually everything will work out regardless. But we don't need any more of the diversity and inclusion, because when it's done, it is not done naturally. It is done in a forced manner, an ideological push that goes against the standard norm of things and how they are. And it's not just a Western thing. This is a thing that exists in all cultures across all the world. So if you're going to start attacking Christians, you're also going to have to start attacking other faiths. You're also going to have to start attacking other demographics. And that ends up being in a very tyrannical and totalitarian way of thinking, that the only way that you can exist is when the rest of the world bends the knee. That's not how the world works. There's only one one person I will bend the knee to, and that is him. Catch you next time.